Yeah, buddies, it's the Bennington Show on a Tuesday. I'm Ron Bennington. Here in just minutes, Gail Bennington, Vito Bennington, Chris Bennington. Gail's getting a little doctored up, but she'll be here in just a little bit. But Vito, first things first, what's the story on my big 2-day tour to New Jersey?
Ron Bennington is coming home to New Jersey.
Oh, it is going to be great to be home.
It's going to be great. You're going to be at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, April 27th.
The name of that place again?
The Stress Factory.
That sounds a little stressful.
A bit much.
No, it's going to be great.
I don't know.
April 27th and April 28th, 2 shows each night, 7:45 and 9:30, and you can get tickets easily at stressfactory.com.
I hope I get a chance to see the old neighborhood, you know? Just get back.
See some of the old buddies?
My hometown. The guys I used to hang out with, Bruce. I used to hang out with a guy we called Miami Steve.
Really?
Big man. Good friend of mine. Yeah, it'd be great to be back, you know? See what everybody's up to. All right, well, that's exciting news. Come out and see me there at the Stress Factory for my 2-day tour of New Jersey. Exhausting. Luckily, it's the same club.
That's
both
nice.
nights.
The road's tough.
The road is hard, but it's easier if you stay in the same place. Then the road's not as hard as all the people let on. Friday and Saturday, Chris, among other things, we're going to be back, the place of your birth, Austin, Texas.
I love going home to Austin.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite place to be. I love a breakfast taco, and I love the heat.
Can we promote our stuff?
Oh, of course. Vito?
Friday, April 20th, 4:20 at 4 p.m.
Oh,
Ron's
man,
going to be
getting high, dude.
No, you're not going to be high. You're going to be doing an Unmasked with David Cross at the Velveeta Room. And you can go to the ibang.com for tickets.
And Saturday?
And Saturday, April 21st at 5 p.m., the world champ Judah Friedlander is running for president, and he's going to be having a press conference with Ron Bennington as the moderator.
All right, buddy. See if any of the girls are ready to do it. See if they're ready to do plugs. All right, so go to the ibang.com for tickets to that. Big story up on the iBang. A good friend of mine, Earl Douglas, is in fact divorcing Starbucks. He wrote something on his Tumblr page that went viral. I don't know where it ended up on some site, some say it aloud site, but he's very excited about it.
Black Enterprise picked him up.
That's big, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, Earl will no longer be going to Starbucks.
I never saw him go to a Starbucks when I worked with him.
Oh, he used to go all the time.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he would go 4 or 5 times a week, according to this article. 4 or 5 times a week. He likes to stop in, listen to their jams.
He's a real beanhead.
No, according to him, he doesn't even drink coffee. I don't know. I don't see how he's going to put a dent in this. His point is he thinks that you have the right to go into Starbucks whether or not you shop there. Now, I know in New York City, part of the deal is that all the bathrooms are public restrooms.
Yeah.
So when you're in New York and you have to pee, they have to let you in at Starbucks, whether you get a grande or not.
Yeah, but I don't know how if that works. It doesn't work around the rest of the country just because there's...
What are you, the alt-right lawyer? Is that what you're doing right now? Earl is divorcing them and you're trying to prove him wrong?
I think Earl's full of shit.
Based on what?
I've never...
Did you see those 2 guys?
I did see those 2 guys, yeah.
And you don't think Earl should be mad about that? 2 dudes that were just sitting there?
I think it's awful what happened to those guys.
I don't know whether you do or not.
I do. But I think Earl's...
I guess Nick is right. One thing I'm learning today, Nick is right.
Earl Douglas does not shop at Starbucks.
Well, I don't know if he shops there, but he does use their restrooms. But no more. He'll be peeing right outside on the sidewalk if he needs to. He was very excited. He texted me that. And like he said, he didn't even know how it took off the way it did. Took off from his Tumblr. I didn't even know you could write stuff on Tumblr.
I thought Tumblr, I've only been in Tumblrs with like pictures and GIFs. I've never seen any text.
You've been there for spank purposes.
Yes, because there's a lot of porn GIF tumblers where it's just like.
Why do you like a porn GIF?
All right, so like when you're on the subway, it's you don't want to wait for a video to load, but a GIF loads very quickly, and you just see the same scene over.
But why do you want to? Why do you want to watch porn on the subway?
Sometimes I just like to see what the kids are talking about. Sometimes I just want to fucking look at some porn.
By the way, the kids are never talking about porn. That's something that people do in their private times.
I'm just saying, tumblers are just mostly used for GIFs.
Yes, we understand that. But Vito, do you watch porn on the subway?
Sometimes I'll be on Twitter and porn will pop up, and then I'm terrified that somebody near me noticed it.
Why, you don't want anybody to know that you enjoy porn?
I mean, it's usually like Twitter, porn stars. I follow a lot of porn stars on Twitter, and they just put up like...
Like who?
Like I follow Angela White, Gianna Michaels, Rachel Starr, all of the favorites.
I don't know any of their names, but there was, when I was at the stand one night, one of the waitresses, Kay, I'll just say Kay, was so excited because there was a porn star there. And then she goes, don't say anything because I think she's with her parents. And I didn't know who it was. Kay was fucking out of her mind, so happy. And then she was actually with a sugar daddy. We found out later. Not an actual father, but a father made of sugar. The type that go to Mooch's restaurant to meet and greet.
Yeah. The sugar social is what the Mooch is putting on in his restaurant here in New York City. Apparently, it's invite only.
No waves to us, but her boss never does. Wonder why that is. How young are you? How old am I? Another night last night. I didn't sleep a wink. Not a wink.
I had to drink NyQuil last night to put myself down.
Did it work?
It did work. It actually made me quite groggy in the morning.
Yeah, it is. It is a hangover, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fucking strange.
So you ever get a little antsy off of it?
The Dayquil.
Oh.
I ain't getting that because that's basically they put speed in it pretty much.
But I thought that the NyQuil was always because you would sleep and then you wake up all wired up. That's the way I used to be. I stay away from the quills now.
Melatonin fucks me up if I don't get 8 hours of sleep.
Yes, exactly. You take melatonin?
I've not after I tried it twice, and both times I only slept 6 hours, and I felt like I was like high the next day.
I don't even know how to get 8 hours of sleep. I don't even know what that's like on any fucking given night.
It's hard.
You ever sleep more than that, Vito?
Yeah, I've woken up and been like, holy shit, it's 14 hours later. I wasted my whole day.
You wasted your whole day when you come to work. I don't know whether you saw that fucking read you did on your first day as the guy. You just called me Bennington. Why do you fucking struggle with the name of the show that you're on?
I don't know what happened. I've never struggled with the name before, but I just Stanley'd that one.
It's not called me Stanleying anything.
You know what? Yeah, the truth is you can't blame him today. Today was your day to take off with it. Gail and Bennington, straight from the doctor's office.
What I missed?
Well, Vito screwed up our name and called it Bennington.
Oh, no. Vito.
Man, that belly, huh?
Yeah. You think I'm getting thinner? Is that what you mean?
Kind of in a way that's not real. But you were just like you're having trouble even getting up in that chair. We're going to have to start and lower the chair down
I know. Either that or we're going to have to set up a mic where I'm sitting on the couch.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. I might like to sit over there too so I can get some sleep during the day.
What if you're in the middle of a conversation, you just look over and
There was a guy that I worked with that had a thing at home and fell asleep during the songs. He had it set up in his living room, and they came back from the song, and they just heard him fucking sawing away. I think this is a big story today. Dennis Miller writing for Breitbart. Now, Dennis said this, too, for the Breitbarts. Well, Chris, I don't want to say it the wrong way. What did he? He said either start the impeachment thing for Trump or drop this whole thing. I don't know how he gets take Trump down or pipe down. Start impeachment proceedings now.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what you could base that on, Dennis.
I know. Also, I think that's something I think we could all take our time with deciding if we wanted to impeach a president.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like we should do a rush job on that.
I can't, every day it's a whole new story. I don't know whether you saw the stuff yesterday, but what's Trump's lawyer's name?
Cohen?
Yeah. So anyway, Michael Cohen's down there yesterday, right down here in Manhattan. He's only got 3 people that are his clients, and one of them is Ron Bennington. And I thought it was between me and him. I have nothing to do with a lot of this stuff. But I will say this. I give him money if I get a porn star pregnant, and then Cohen takes care of it for me.
You mean takes care of it?
Exactly. Exactly. So, no, I hate having my name drug into this whole thing,
You didn't ask for this.
No, I didn't ask for this at all. As a matter of fact, it was the exact opposite of what I wanted done. I wanted this stuff done on the QT, you know what I mean? On the DL down low. Scott, what's up?
Scott, alcoholic. Hey,
Hi, Scott.
you're talking about sleep. Holy cow! There's nothing you can take. It's all every single thing you can take to help you sleep is on the do not take list.
Yeah, I know.
When you're trying not to be on it. And I mean, I stay up for days sometimes. And people think I'm insane. I'm like, I can't help it. I can't sleep. You know?
Yeah, you can't take those nice little pills that Chris takes and his little powders.
Dramamine. I mean, ZQL. ZQL is just probably the least worst thing you can take, and you can't take that.
Man, you can't take anything. Now, and the melatonin
You know
thing,
what else I can't take?
What's that?
I can't take it anymore.
All right, brother. Good luck to you, my man. The melatonin I tried years ago, and it just gives me crazy dreams. I would never take that.
Is it natural?
They say it's natural, but who knows what it is.
Because I know that it's like something that, usually if you don't want to get on some big sleep drug people take. I've never taken it, but it still seems like anything that's like a sleep aid.
Yeah, it's no fun.
I took Ambien once and I hallucinated. I was like, this is fucking way too weird. I wasn't planning on hallucinating, but then I started
I
hallucinating.
never heard of anybody hallucinating on Ambien.
I fucking thought I was in a carnival. It was
What do you
really
mean
strange.
you didn't plan on hallucinating?
Well, I thought I just want to
When
take
do
this.
you plan on it?
I just thought I'll take some fucking Ambien and go to sleep. Didn't happen.
He took NyQuil last night.
Oh, okay. That's what this is about.
NyQuil. Oh,
Fighter of the Dayquil.
Oh.
So why did you take NyQuil?
Couldn't sleep.
Because of your sinuses?
I just couldn't sleep in general.
Couldn't sleep. Wouldn't sleep. Till he found some place he shouldn't sleep. Hey, you better be careful with that, man. You better come home and sleep. All right, 844 Rock God. 844 Rock God. Let's go over here to John. What's up, John?
Hey, guys. First off, Gail, I'm comfortable speaking for the entire audience, saying we're so thrilled. Congratulations.
Aw.
Thank you to all of you.
Finally a spokesman for the audience.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. It's just really, really wonderful news. So, Ron, I had heard occasionally you'd say that you had trouble sleeping.
Yes.
And the melatonin, I swear by it. I take it 30 minutes before bed. I get all the different ranges of it, and I get the cheapest one at local CVS, 5 milligrams, 30 minutes before bed, and then I'm just out. I am just out. And the only thing is, occasionally I'll wake up like an hour or two early, and it gives me such a deep sleep that then if I wake up early, I'm done. Might as well get out of bed because I'm just laying there. So
I thought you were going to say when you woke up, you had pissed yourself during the night.
So deep.
Yeah.
Right. So, but apparently your body produces it until you're like 25 naturally, and then it starts decreasing. And so I don't have my little white lab jacket on but it does a job for me. So please check it out. And,
yeah, I've tried it before, and I got into crazy fucking dreams, like really, really nutty dreams.
I don't know if melatonin is the thing, because I know it is naturally produced in your body, but is that the thing that babies have, that even when you're around babies, they make you sleepy? Like they have extra amount of whatever that sleepy chemical is. So that's why even just being near a baby, you're like,
I always thought it because they seem so sleepy and comfortable. It makes you sleepy and comfortable. It's like why I can't be around a bear. I'll just fucking lay down.
It's the worst place to sleep.
Someone gave you a novel.
Oh, nice.
I guess, like a little pregnancy novel. There's a way of saying, here, I know you're going to have a baby. Here's a novel to read. I always think it's a novel idea to give somebody a book. Stupid. That's just stupid.
Oh, this is very sweet. This is from Mia. I'm definitely going to check this out.
Yeah, Mia sent that in because she's a big fan of Gail Meets Girls and wanted you to have that.
Oh,
so
that's
sweet.
nice. I saw your friend on Colbert last night.
Oh, Nell Scovell. Yeah, she was great. She's so charming and sweet.
Adorable. When she came on out there, said I've been on these sets 1,000 times, but never in front of the camera. I thought that was so
I know.
so just adorable.
What's that red light mean?
At that point, I thought she was just making it up and doing jokes. Now, the Cash Me Outside girl, that came up yesterday, right, Chris?
Yes.
Now, what is the story with Cash? She doing okay?
She's doing okay, but she's in a beef with Lil Tay and Whoa Vicky.
Now, what's the story with Lil Tay and Whoa Vicky? I hate to get into the dish thing.
I know.
But
Whoa Vicky had a viral video recently. Is that all it is? Is that she just seemed like the other one?
She had a viral video, and then also Lil Tay is like apparently she says she's a rich little girl, talks about her mansion all the time, and she's starting this beef with.
But why are they all together?
Yeah, why were they in the same
together?
place?
You know what? We need Jen for this. Jen, please, if you could just have a moment with us, we got to figure out Lil Tay and what is it, Miss Vicky?
Whoa Vicky.
Let me see Whoa Vicky.
Ass bitch, you can't
That's
fight
not
for
what Vicky
shit,
was.
and you a bitch.
That's true, though.
Stupid bitch trying to come for me and my sister.
Yeah, bitch. Go back to beating up your mom on Dr. Phil.
Ouch.
Fuck bad baby. She a bitch. She's trying to act cool with her bodyguard, but she can't do shit. She can't even punch right, bitch. She a pussy.
First of all, Little Tay, is that her sister? She said for me and my sister.
Yeah, I'm guessing Lil Tay is Whoa Vicky's sister?
Yeah.
But why wouldn't you tell us that?
Yeah.
You just act like this. Jen, are you familiar with all this? I know you're on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't. They're a little young for me.
Now, Lil Tay, to me, seems like she's part of Hawaiian.
She does seem
She's got
that
a Hawaiian
way.
scene going on.
She does, but then Whoa Vicky doesn't. That's why I need to understand.
Whoa Vicky claims she's half black.
Quarter black.
Lil
Gucci Tay. That's
wait, you know about this,
I
Vito?
know all about this.
Oh, well, why
did you
Yeah.
wait for Jen not to know?
Well, little Gucci Tay likes to flex on people and show her wealth. She claims she sells stacks and moves stacks mad fast. Says she has 100,000 on her wrist. But that's little Gucci Tay, the little tiny one.
Now, how old is little Gucci Tay? She looks 8.
She's 9.
Is she really 9?
She's really 9.
Now, who's putting this up with the money and all that? Who's behind this?
She claims it's her. She claims she has a house.
You know it's not her.
She claims she has a house in Atlanta. She claims that she's worked hard for all of this. She says her toilet, her sink, and everything costs more than your rent times 10.
Times 10.
First of all, I believe her because I see all the stacks.
Look at the stag.
Yeah. But now, where were they when they were waiting for Cash Me Outside Girl?
So when
Go back and find that one because that was, quite frankly, it was shocking.
Yeah.
To see this take
She shook
place.
the world.
Yeah. She shook the world and everything on it.
Cash Me Outside Girl goes by Bad Baby now.
I didn't know that.
That's her rap name, Bad Baby, with H's instead of.
No, don't you think that's a mistake? Once you're already Cash Me Outside?
Well, I think she wants to really move in on the rap game. So
yeah,
this
but you could. Why does she need a new brand?
She's moving it all into Bad Baby. Bad Baby's her new thing. So this is. I don't know exactly where this is.
It's L.A.
L.A.
Now, how did a 9-year-old girl get herself out that way?
Yeah.
Because she moves stacks.
I know you're buying into this, but I would like to break kayfabe and figure out.
Yes.
All right, play a little bit. So Kashmir is just walking outside, I guess, she just did a big show.
Yeah.
You wanna run somewhere?
Whoa, don't walk in front of
You wanna
her.
run somewhere?
Let them talk. Ain't gonna be nothing like that. But hey, put your shoes on.
Why don't you put your bag down? Tough stuff? Put your bag down, tough stuff.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Everything's right.
Put your bag down.
What's up? Come on. What's up?
All right, stop it for a second. Now, who's that girl?
That's Whoa Vicky.
Now, what was Whoa Vicky doing there? And why does Whoa Vicky look like she was just happy to see Kashmir
I
outside?
was thinking that she looked a little starstruck,
Yeah.
actually. Like, she might be faking beef, but she was really legitimately happy to see Kashmir outside.
The same way Vito would be acting if he saw Kashmir somewhere.
Well, they were feuding over FaceTime and stuff and yelling at each other. I mean, these like internet stars all have like vloggers all have feuds with each other. Most
Like
of it's
rappers, like the old East Coast, West Coast.
exactly like that.
All right, so let's play a little more of this. Kashmir.
Oh, what's up?
You ain't gonna do nothing like that. No.
What's up, man?
No, don't start talking because I'm in the middle.
What's up?
You'll get hot. Stop.
All right, now
little
stop
baby.
it. Lil Tay shows up out of nowhere and isn't taking shit.
And she's just like, what's up? And also, she's so little. Like, look at her little blouse that she's wearing. She looked like she got it from the Limited too. Like, she's just like a nice little girl. I don't really understand.
All right, let's do a little more.
You trying to fight?
Come on, touch me. I want you to hit me. Hit me, bitch. Hit me. Come on. If you hit me, you're not hit me. I'm right here. I'm right here. You coming at me, so you hit me. You're so about it. Hit me. You're so about it. You're so big and bad. The fuck, always doing shit on camera. Big dude.
It's all for the kids.
Okay, then do it then. Then do it. Look at you, you're a pussy. You see me a piss and you ran. I was right next to you. You're a
Bitch,
pussy.
you trying to
Okay, but bitch. Tell her, nigga.
All right, stop it for a second. Where are they? SeaWorld?
That's what I don't understand. They really look like they're in some sort of an amusement park.
And there's no fans around for as big as Vito's acting like everybody is.
And also, I'm going to have to say, whoa, Vicky, like, she's not really bringing it. She looks like she's not taking this seriously.
No.
Lil Tay, serious as a heart
Yeah.
attack. Like,
Lil Tay will stab you in the neck. All right, a little more.
The homie.
You know all that. We all, hey.
Bitch, shut up.
It looked like she tried to hit with an object, too.
Oh, boy. Somebody get Lil
And
Tay
just
out of there,
large
please.
men.
Then let's run it. Then let's run it. That's what I thought.
Nigga, a pussy, boy.
Bitch, you can't do nothing. You're so tough. Bitch.
All right. Now, here's the deal. First of all, Kashmir is still the top nut. There's no doubt
Oh,
about that.
yeah. I mean, she's being carried away, kicking and screaming.
And it looked like she tried to hit her with some keys or something. You know what I mean? Like she tried to stab her in the neck.
She hit something.
Yeah. Now, little Tay, there's no way she should be able to leave Atlanta and go to fucking LA by herself.
Just watch her house.
And what you doing at SeaWorld?
Is she emancipated?
I guess there's stacks. She just took them in. All right, what's on the bottom there?
And then this is
Lil Tay?
The Lil Tay and Whoa Vicky talking that shit.
What are they doing?
Talking that shit.
What's that mean?
Fuck bad baby. She a bitch. She trying to act cool with her bodyguard, but she can't do shit. She can't even punch right, bitch. She a pussy. Broke ass bitch. You can't fight for shit, and you a bitch.
Little stupid bitch trying to come for me and my sister.
Yeah, bitch. Go back to beating up your mom on Dr. Phil.
See, there was like a little bit of a Hawaiian thing there.
Yeah, there really is. I don't think they look related.
Yeah, they keep claiming they're related, and I've heard that they're related, but there's no proof to the matter. I mean, they're all just living in a stable.
What do you mean in a stable?
Like, this is like a stable, like a faction.
I don't understand.
Like the NWO Wolfpack.
Yeah, but those are adults. But that's what I'm trying to say. This is just a fake thing, right? All the way around.
I don't think there's any way this is real.
I bet they're being handled by the same people.
Yeah, and I've seen little Gucci Tay argue with this guy named Rice Gum.
Wait, where did Gucci get thrown into?
Her full name is Little Gucci Tay. She wears Gucci belts. She wears Versace.
Mm-hmm. You're too much of a man for this, Vito.
I got wrapped up in this. I don't know what happened. I saw one video and I just kept going and going.
Yes, the same reason why you watch fucking wrestling every week.
I like storyline development.
Were you upset with the engagement broken off the other day?
Yeah, it was pretty sad. They didn't have to announce it 1 year after. They could have waited till after WrestleMania season passed.
For who?
Because Nikki Bella and John Cena got engaged at WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
And then WrestleMania comes up this year. And we're all living on that high where they got engaged. But no, love is fake and dead.
Somebody told me that Cena's with Lil Tay now.
Oh what? My God. That's good for his career.
Yeah.
Well, she does have the stacks.
Yeah, she does. She's got plenty of stacks.
Cash Me Outside girl claims that Whoa Vicky used a racially derogatory term to describe one of her best friends at a birthday party.
That's bad.
Which helped.
That is not fucking woke.
No, not at all.
A birthday party, is this like a Chuck E. Cheese party? Like, what is the scenario?
We're going to double C. And Jen's on the outside of all this, huh?
I know.
Jen, what happened to you? You used to be the dish girl.
Is it too YouTubey or too young or too white? Is the
Too
issue?
young.
I don't know. What is it that you're into now then? What is your big thing that you're following?
I mean, the Chloe and Tristan.
What year is this? Fucking 1999? No one cares about those Kardashians anymore.
You know they're on television, right? Not even YouTube.
Yeah. What are you doing stuck in the TV? Or what do you still get cable?
You need to be like Chris. Get rid of that shit.
Cut that cord.
What are you, coaxial?
A 10 in there?
Give me one new thing that you're into, Jen.
I guess it's still that, or the Beyonce.
Again, what year is this? Beyonce. Shit, you might as well be yelling out Bieber. That stuff is done right now.
It's all about Lil Tay.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather at least see you into some K-pop. See what some of those groups are doing.
Like Psy?
Psy? What year is this, Chris?
Come on, Chris.
That's fucking 7 years ago.
You didn't help with that side.
He's in the fucking Costa Rican death metal. That's his whole scene right now. He's going to Austin this week, though.
You are. You're Austin bound.
Saturday. This presidential thing that we're doing.
Yes.
With Judah Friedlander. It's a complete Chris Stanley gig. Because I got like 19 gigs the whole time I'm down there.
I know.
So I'm going to be way too busy.
Chrissy, this is your baby?
I understand. And this baby's going to be born and it's going to be beautiful.
Weird.
Vito, what else is new on the horizon? Give me another young thing. Because Jen has lost it, man. I had to put her in a rocking chair.
Yeah, she's not down with little Gucci Tay. Bad baby.
What else is happening?
Well, there's a video of a Metro PCS employee just going apeshit on a beloved customer. And I just don't...
Love it.
I just don't think if you're working for a place like Metro PCS, you should be blowing smoke like that.
This ain't blowing smoke. All right, let's watch it a little bit. I want to see every stupid YouTube thing today.
I'm at the Metro PCS location right now, and he's the manager of the Metro PCS.
Get the fuck out of my store right now before I fucking break your fucking neck.
And this is how he's behaving. I have the warranty and insurance, and he threw.
He just threw his shit out.
This is what he did with my phone. Okay, and I'm going to call the cops right now.
Oh God!
And this is the receipt.
Good.
This is the receipt to my phone, and this is how he behaved. Okay.
This guy's awesome.
and this is the manager. He's the manager of the store.
Come back all the time. They can charge you too.
This is the store. This is the store.
Here's the problem. They don't pay people enough to work with the public. This guy doesn't give a fuck if he gets fired or not.
He does not care. And this guy have perfect trolling calmness. This is the manager.
I know. That, he was starting to drive me crazy. And I had nothing to do with it.
And then he's like, this is the receipt. Opens it so slowly. There it is, the receipt.
What does that even mean? Who
And
cares
this-
whether you got a receipt or not?
Once again, this is the manager.
Get the fuck out of this store. This guy does not want to be... Looked like it was the only customer he's had all day, too. And that fucking guy pissed him off. Yeah, working with the public, that ain't no fucking trip to Cleveland.
No,
You know?
it really isn't. You have to have a certain amount of, well, I would say patience, but also just like ability to eat shit and live with it.
Yeah. That is what patience is. You're just eating shit. Just eating a shit sandwich and acting like you enjoy it. Like, delicious. Do you ever see these fucking things people write on Yelp? You know?
Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous.
They just fucking, they don't give a shit what the service is. They're just pissed all the time.
They're super mad. And then my favorite, I always go, I'm like, immediately, if I go on Yelp, the first thing I do is read 1-star reviews. And then I toss those out in my mind because I know that anyone who gives a 1-star review is a crazy person.
Yeah, you're a
And
lunatic.
So I just enjoy. But normally what you see is like, I've been going to this restaurant for 6 years and have had nothing but enjoyable experience. Then they'll have one bad experience with this server, 1 star. So 6 years, you've enjoyed everything about this place. You had one bad experience. Then you wrote a 2-page essay on it. and
Using
then
the
gave it-
last name of the fucking 19-year-old girl that was serving you.
Exactly. And you're like, this, your anger does not equal the problem that you just showed.
I write the same thing in every Yelp review. I always write, the fries were burnt and there wasn't enough of them.
I read a 1-star review about a hotel that I was going to where they said that one of the employees ran them over with a golf cart. And I was like, look, I understand why you had a 1-star experience, but something tells me that's not going to happen to me. Like, how were the accommodations? What was the room like? What was your view? I'm not going to get hit by a golf cart. It's not going to happen.
I saw myself referenced in a Yelp review one time, and it said the fat bartender was more focused on playing with the lights.
Wait, you gotta slow it down, dude. Let's just get past fat bartender. You need to pause when you get a laugh like that, because I never heard another word you said. All right, so this is at your bartending job.
Yeah.
And you read what?
The fat bartender was more focused on playing with the lights than serving me drinks.
Why are you fucking with the lights?
What the fucking lights for?
When people go on the bar, I have to go fucking up, down, up, down. It's part of my job. And that's what the review
It's the
said.
worst part of your job. I'm trying to get a drink. Some guy's just fucking playing around like a child. I'm going to write the same goddamn thing.
Oh
How long has it been since you worked there?
That was like 3-4 years ago.
All right, I'm going to write. I was in this place 3-4 years ago. Some fat fucking bartender sent me into a fit by fucking switching the lights back and forth.
Oh. And then there was another one that accused that I punched somebody in the face. Like just a blatant
That was an
lie.
ex-girlfriend.
My manager came up to me and said, I saw a review that you punched somebody in the face. Can you tell me if this is true?
Do they take that shit serious in restaurants and bars? The Yelp reviews?
Unfortunately, yeah. It's usually a conversation. But then watch when they complain about their food or their
Right.
establishment, and they're like, "This person's fucked up. They're banned from this place."
Right.
But if it's about service, suddenly we're like, "Let's take a listen to what these people had to say."
Right. Let's take a look at ourselves, shall we? We're a bunch of fucking idiots in here. And I'll tell you something else. That fat bartender better fucking start and focus. There's no way that you can't switch the lights and mix a fucking drink at the same time. That's easy.
I had to be turned away from the bar.
You act like you're milking a cow right now.
How are we doing that for a full song?
For at least 30 seconds of a song. These people want their open bar drinks as quick as they can get them.
Yes, they should.
And that leaves you vulnerable to weight comments.
And do me a favor. I like to get stuff served on the bar. Don't have anybody up there dancing around with their fucking stank foot.
Well, that's part of the experience.
The worst part. You fucking dude bro ass hat fucking place you worked at. I always laugh at New York because I'll be going home at night and I'll just see one bar with a long fucking line and I can see 15 other bars close by. And I'm not talking about a nightclub. I'm talking about a bar.
Yeah, that's
that everyone decides is the hot bar in town. And now every bar in Brooklyn is throwing axes, according to Chris Stanley.
It's constant.
See, true.
Yeah. I wrote into that place. Axe is more like a hatchet.
1 star.
I give this 1 star. I threw an axe, stuck it into the wood, and nobody cheered. Fuck this place.
I had a bad Yelp review written about me and another server when I was working at a restaurant. But the thing was that they said that we were leaned against the bar and looked like we were too cool to be at work or something like that. It was just kind of mean.
It sounds like you though.
But then first of all, I just don't think that's true. But second of all, have you ever had a server who is really psyched on being a server? It's a terrible experience. Is everything yummy for you today? Can I tempt you with any desserts? Is that the experience you really want? Come on.
I always say this. I'm just looking for food, not a friend. But when I saw you leading, I say this. If you got time to lean, you got time to demean. Get over there and start making fun. I like a diner where the old lady waitress is mean to everybody.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. So no neck. You want some sausage?
What? Yes.
I'm not talking to you, Fat Giles. I'm talking to no neck.
Oh my God.
Chris, you have almost knocked out water over 7 fucking times. Right before, as the song's on, I just hear, oh shit! he's fucking knocking his cup all around. It was hilarious.
I knocked it one way, thought I caught it, and knocked it over the fucking other way.
You're out of your mind today.
I know. It's probably the quill. Fucking quill crazy right now, Ron.
My bartender is so on NyQuil. He ended up pissing down the bar and yelling all the liberals can lap it up with their tongue. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't even look at the fucking news anymore. It's so goddamn nutty. I got up this morning, was watching the Hannity shit. I'm like, how's this even news? Hannity has a lawyer?
I don't really understand, but I did see a headline that said Sean Hannity unmasked, and I was like, in Austin?
That'd be a great idea. So,
I had no idea.
Wait, the Daily News had a crazy ass thing today too. Look it up. We got to just start reading off the news of the Post every day because they're back in a fucking fever with each other.
They really are.
No, that's an old one.
Recent.
No, come on, it's got to be today's.
This is from today's date.
What did he just say?
This is from today's date.
What are you trying to do? This is CNN voice?
What did he? I guess he didn't want to disagree with you, but he wanted to have a certain authority to his voice.
It worked.
He said,
seriously. You better take the bass out of there, Chris. It's coming along. Sounds a little aggressive.
You could have just said this is from today.
Yeah. This is from today's date.
I'd fuck me.
I did fuck me. I fucked me with this big moth. I'll tell you, man. I don't care if it... Oh, yeah, there it is. So what?
This is the Post. Cirque du Stormy. Porn show hits NYC courthouse.
What's the other one?
It's not a porn show.
And she's the big top.
And they just go around and fuck with Trump every day.
They
man.
really do.
He was calling Trump's fucking lawyer a fucking moron today. He goes, this moron's going to drag Trump down. He goes, I guarantee you he's going to flip on Trump. Give him 6 months.
Now, what was the thing that Hannity said he's not his lawyer? And that he's
No,
lying?
Hannity has no idea what they're talking about. He was cracking up. He was like, how did my name get drawn into this? And then, of course, the other people are like, Hannity should be fired.
I know this is the Daily
Oh, yeah,
News
that's
thing.
the one I wanted.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Instead of fuck's sake. And then there's just a big picture of Hannity.
Looking very confused.
Yeah, he actually looks like he's a fucking fire chief from Long Island that got himself caught up in some kind of weird situation. I just can't believe just every day it's a fucking nut house. Everybody's insane on television.
Yeah.
They don't even just have a regular day.
No.
Nobody just has a normal day. They're fucking bananas. I'd like to give a Yelp to the fucking country right now. I'm going to give it 1 star out of 50.
Because of the fat bartender?
That
It used to be a great country. The guy started flipping lights instead of getting his fucking brewskis.
Fucking light switch rave over here.
Did you want to go looking for that guy? Were you furious?
Yeah, I would get mad anytime I saw something negative about myself.
At your place, did your manager respond on Yelp? So that happens a lot on Yelp, where the guys who own the business have to respond to them and address the problem.
Only like Gail said when it was about the food and stuff itself.
Yeah.
When it was about the staff, there would be a response, but I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. But about the food, it would be, well, that's not actually what happens here. You had one bad experience then.
Dude, a friend of mine, he had like a little fucking restaurant, but it was almost like a dessert place or something. And people were writing that he was inappropriate with the staff of girls that he had.
Really?
Yeah, they were acting like he was an old creep, fucking being
God.
inappropriate. And I used to fucking laugh my ass off. I'd be sitting in there reading the Yelps to him in his own joint, man. Nobody wants to fucking see that when they're getting a piece of pie. My mom made cream puffs the other day. Out of this world.
They're so good.
Yeah.
How does she do it?
Well, she uses this, the cream is a recipe from Dom DeLuise's mom.
Really?
From a cookbook that she had 1,000,000 years ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so fucking
The
good.
coolest thing about my grandmother's, like, she has all of her recipes memorized, and all of her baking she knows by the tools that she has in her kitchen. So like she would be like 1 blue cup with flowers. Like she knows the size of that, but couldn't really say like how to tell you
what
for
the
your
actual measurement is.
Yeah.
It was just use a blue cup.
I remember I was getting a potato salad recipe from her.
Yeah.
And she was telling me all the ingredients, and I was like, "Could you tell me like how much of each thing while I'm mixing it in?" And she's like, "Oh, you just do it yourself, and you just keep tasting it until it tastes real Pennsylvania Dutch, and then you know it's ready." I don't know if it's a measurement I have in my head.
How about the subway yesterday? Did you see the fucking rain coming down in the subway?
Ridiculous. That 42nd Street in particular was where you seen it just like pouring from the top. I don't know what station that is, but that is just a waterfall going down the stairs. And people are still using it. This
yeah,
is
they
not...
don't give a shit. They show a guy who was just eating a fucking sandwich sitting in deep fucking water. Like he didn't even give a fuck. Like it didn't even seem like he understood.
This one here is 42nd Street. And that's just pouring from the ceiling right as you're trying to get off the train.
Shit.
Just torrential downpour.
So when I was coming back Sunday night, the rain was just coming in sideways, right? The whole way I'm driving. And I would hear the news saying that it was going to be beneath me. And I'm like, any second I'll get on the other side of this.
Yeah.
But it was every second driving. And the only time I had a slightest fucking calmness from the rain is when I was in the Lincoln Tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh my God, it's great in here. I want to park for a while. Because I was like, I couldn't stand it anymore.
I know.
It was just torrential rain.
And at that point, like, I think the sound can start to drive you nuts. Like, heavy rain sounds, like, for long periods of time, like, it starts to mess with your brain.
Well, then I got
peace.
home, and 12 hours later, it still had just been raining. The same thing until you see this kind of stuff you see up on the iBang, where it's just pouring into the underground fucking train area.
Guy just eating a sandwich on a train that's
I love
covered
that
in
dude,
water. It's so New York and
Yeah.
gross and so funny. Such a gaffer.
I bet his family's looking at that and they're just ashamed. He's eating as fast as he possibly can. And you bought that in a fucking place where you can eat. You don't have to go walking down into a train.
It's so gross.
There's also rain dripping into the subway, which is I've never experienced. Like, I've never been on a subway where there's raindrops pouring into it.
This looks like this is exactly what fucking Hurricane Sandy looked like.
Yeah.
And that's when everybody freaked out and shut down everything. This one, they just kept right on fucking motoring.
And how weird was that? 12 hours later, sun came out, blue sky. 10 minutes after that, back to gray, back to cold. It was like there was like 15 to 30 minutes of springtime.
I know. I played in the softball game during that. It's fantastic.
And now we're just back to winter. We're entering late April at this point, and we really haven't had any stretch of nice weather. We had one solid day.
What are you going to do? It's the weather. Everybody's fucking talking about like somebody could do something, like it's Trump's fault.
Global warming, maybe? I don't know.
If it's global warming, why is it so fucking chilly? Get to the bottom of that one. Discuss. Vito wanted to know what movie. What was your question you said to me today? What movie aged the worst?
Yeah, like, is there a movie that you think has aged just terribly?
Your home movies. Well, I don't think that it necessarily ages terribly. There's two things that could go wrong. Number one, you saw it when you were a child, so you were much easier on it. And two, the CGI stuff has advanced so much that it's embarrassing to go back and look at some stuff.
Right. But there are some things that either because of like humor or style even, like at the time they seemed good, and then you go back and watch them and you're just like,
give me one.
All right. So not too long ago, I caught Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm like, oh, this is the best movie ever. But I remember that there were certain aspects of that movie that was good. I found it to be really saccharine, much stiffer than I kind of remembered it. And then it was coming up on the Casey Affleck scene, which is like the scene with the baseball glove, right?
Where you jerked off in a
And
baseball
so
glove.
I was like, well, at least this part's coming up. This part is so funny. This is like the funniest scene ever. And I watched it and I was like, that's not even remotely fun. I mean, it wasn't funny at all. And I was like, why did I remember this as like one of the greatest, funniest moments?
I'm going to say this because I don't think people talked about jerking off a lot before that movie. And now, with the amount of Seth Rogen films that have been out there, the jerk and
Is that
Kevin
what it
Smith,
is?
I think there's some of that. I think everybody was caught by surprise that he said he wanted to borrow his baseball mitt to jerk off in.
I guess that's now that would just be something that like humor changed, and that wouldn't have been it's not a shocking moment,
right? That
That's a
always
good point.
happens with like you can see how quickly some of the stuff that Louis C.K. said, people started to repeat some variation of that, and then you would go back and watch it, and you're like, oh, he's just one of those guys,
right? Even like the "my kid's a jerk" kind of thing.
Specifically that bit.
Yeah.
Vito, what one did you have?
Well, I rewatched Gremlins the other day.
Perfect fucking point. It's a children's movie.
Yeah.
And like when I was a kid, I felt like I wasn't watching a kid's movie, and then I watched it, and it's definitely a kid's movie, but I don't fucking understand how it's a kid's movie. The effects are just terrible. It's just Furby.
Yeah, but again, it was the 80s or whatever the fuck when it came out.
Yeah.
There's not much they could do for effects in those days.
Yeah, but it was
a
just
puppet show.
It was just weird watching it.
But you make the point. You watched it with a child's happiness.
Yeah.
That's. It would be easier for you to think of something that you thought was good 2 years ago, because you always think that these fucking comic book movies are good, and then you hate them. All right, Chris, do you have one? A movie that did not age well.
I think American Beauty. I watched it in high school, and I really enjoyed it. And then rewatching it a few years later, holy shit, that's not a good film.
The ending of it is so fucking stupid.
It's so bad, yeah.
And the whole thing of him going, like, his kind of midlife crisis was ridiculous. Like, why would somebody want to go back and start working in a fucking place like that and driving the old car? I mean, that isn't even the right kind of stuff that happens to you.
And, like, I think Annette Bening was supposed to be, like, this annoying pain in the ass, but, like, with a lot of things, she was right.
She was right about everything.
Like, what he was doing was really obnoxious.
I'm so fucking happy she fucked the real estate king. My favorite scene in that whole movie is, like, when she sees the picture, like, an ad of the real estate king, and she just waves
like, gives
to
him,
it.
like, a little, hello, and she's, like, at the stop sign.
And that fucking dick, that kid. And how much is he selling fucking weed for?
Yeah.
He was selling it for like, I don't know, I think around like $10,000 a pound or something. For
Some
like,
fucking crazy shit.
it was like $1,000 an ounce. There's no fucking weed you're paying for fucking $1,000 an ounce in the suburbs.
Not in fucking 99.
Fuck no.
Jim, Rochester.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey.
So I was super excited to watch Star Wars with my 13 and 14-year-old daughters, and I haven't seen it in a while, and we did, and it was horrible. It was slow. It just wasn't the same as what I remember. The new ones are pretty good, but the original, just terrible.
Yeah, you'll look and say that the new ones stink too. You're just caught up in it. But the thing about the first Star Wars is there's a scene where they just start walking across the sand, and it takes it goes in real time. You're watching these people wandering around in real time. 844 Rock God, 844 Rock God. Here's Steve. Steve, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, I'm always I'm trying to find 80s movies from my childhood to show my kids who's 10 and my daughter who's 6. And one of my favorites was Big with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And we watched it the other day, and they were just, God, like 15 minutes in, they're like, let's change this shit. And I really didn't like it either. It's so silly. I don't know. I love that movie.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember thinking Tom Hanks was pretty amazing in it.
Yeah.
Because he did seem like a little kid, even though he was big.
I haven't seen it in a million years.
Yeah.
But if you would ask me, is Big a good movie? I'd be like, fuck yeah, Big's a good movie. Are you kidding?
I mean, what was the embarrassing part that there was a fucking fortune-telling machine?
Magical vending machine.
That he had to figure out where it was. I mean, the thing that I was always uncomfortable is when he had sex with the fucking woman.
Yeah.
Even though he was 12 in his mind.
Yeah.
I don't know why they thought that would be okay.
I'm not really sure, but yes, that's the mind of a child. And she let him touch her boobs.
Yeah.
And yeah, we only saw a bra on, but you know that bra came off later.
But that's the same as if she would have had sex with Raiden Man. She knew how dumb that kid was.
I know. That's true.
Yeah.
Because even if you didn't believe that he was 12 years old, then he's mentally ill. That he thinks this. And that he behaves that way.
What about when Che said during the unmask that Forrest Gump, if you switched it around and it was a dude that kept coming back having sex with a special needs girl, and I had never that means that makes me unwoke. You know what I mean? That I acted like, well, I'm glad he fucking banged out that fucking hot Robin Wright. At least he had some fun in his life. But I never saw it from her point of view. Like, what the fuck was she thinking? Charlie, you're on the Bennington show.
Hey, every James Bond except the last three, Daniel Craig.
And you're going to feel the same way about the last three. It's only because
probably will.
It's only because you're in this age now. But yeah, the Bond films, Well, they're practically unwatchable.
Yeah.
And it's the longest series I think that we have.
Well, I've actually never seen a Bond film. Not one Bond film. I've never seen one, but
I've never seen one all the way through.
And I've always thought like I should probably like watch them, if only just because like all the tunes are really good, and I was like maybe the costumes. But every time I think about it, I'm like, I think I'll really hate it.
By the way, the tune ends the second the movie starts. You know what I mean? Like that's not a soundtrack. That's just the opening fucking titles.
So it's not good music throughout.
No.
It's just, like, one
There's
good
never
song.
there's the one song because they take the time of the titles, and then that's it for music in a Bond film.
So basically, if I just listen to that and then look at pictures of like the Bond girls and what they wore for each movie, I'll probably get the best of that.
Harvey in Hampstead.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey.
Hey, I had still have my best friend first, and he said, "Hey, tell me a good movie to watch that's funny. I got a date, and I want to really have a good night." So I haven't seen it. The movie Foul Play with Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn.
I do remember that movie, Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase. It was even before the vacation movies. It might have been the reason why he left Saturday Night Live. It was a hit. And I think this is the one that Dudley Moore had a breakout little role. Like there's only a 3 or 4 minute thing where Dudley Moore plays a fucking perv. And it's the reason why he became a movie star after that. But I haven't seen it in forever. And I know there was no real believable plot to it.
I've never seen this movie at all. I'm not even sure I knew it existed.
There's like a death scene and the guy says, "Beware the midget." And there was something, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like there literally was, that was the clue. Here is Thomas. Thomas, what's up?
Hey guys, I grew up in the '80s, and what I was thinking was Chuck Norris was just, that he was the greatest.
That's hilarious.
And man, right now it's just atrocious how bad the acting was. And
I would actually say that those movies are worse than a Van Damme movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Chuck Norris movies, because they're joyless. They're ridiculously joyless, and they would make them cheaply, and then they would make, I mean, he was definitely a B movie star.
Yeah.
But there was just, him, Steven Seagal, Van Damme, and they would just keep pumping these things out.
Yeah.
You could see 2 of them a year. And people would watch him, and I don't know. Jason, what's up?
Yeah, I know we're talking about movies in the past that don't hold up, but we did the funniest thing last weekend. My 19-year-old niece was at the house, had never seen Blazing Saddles, and of course she's one of the younger generations, and she was just so absolutely appalled, and I'm laughing my ass off the entire time, and she's just looking at me like, "You racist piece of shit."
I mean, they dropped the N-bomb for no apparent reason at all.
just no apparent reason.
Yeah.
And she's just looking at me like, I can't believe they even made this.
Not only did they make it, people stood in line to get in and went ape shit what was going down. And I don't think anyone complained at the time. James in Florida.
Hi, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
Beetlejuice. I remember it being a comedy. There was no laughs in that movie for the first hour.
I do know that it's very slow in the beginning. Like, it just is a lot of setup. It even takes quite a while to get to Beetlejuice. It feels like.
I told my kids this is the funniest movie, and they were just staring at me like
It's terrible when you tell your kids something is fucking good and have them just stare at you. It happened to me with Arthur.
I think it was just over our head.
No. You got every other movie there was out there. And you're just like, oh, he's like an idiot.
I hate this dude.
Yeah, you guys did. You just hated him. And I remember just fucking just saying, forget it. I'm not watching this. Tim in D.C.
Hey, Ronnie, big ass card holder 19809. Hey, so I'm 44, my buddy's 46. We're telling our wives about this hilarious movie. You got to see it. So we finally found somewhere online where we can watch Fletch. 20 minutes into us, they're just staring at us from across the room like, what the hell did you make us watch? So needless to say, they shut it off. But that movie does not hold up whatsoever. It's unfunny today. I mean, I don't know how they got somebody to buy off on the premise of it, but it is terrible.
And they made two of them. They made more than one. And here's the thing. It's like people have kind of given up that Chevy Chase was ever funny. I mean, we keep hearing Chevy Chase.
Right.
Coming
so
up
was
again
he
and
just
again.
charming at that time? I don't know.
I think we liked Mean Wise Asses for a while. And now it just comes on like, what's this dick? Who does he think he's fucking talking to? Hey, Blake in Austin.
Hey, congrats, Gail.
Thank you.
2001: A Space Odyssey. I know it's a little older than where you guys are at, but we watched it in high school, and I had this English teacher with a Berkeley T-shirt stretched over his big gut. Fast forward through most of the movie, he's like, "Nah, this is a terrible part. If you're not high, this is pointless. You can't watch this." And he just fast forwards through the movie.
You know, it is very slow. I know that some, because I'm a Kubrick fan, and there are people that just think it's his most brilliant work, and it's never been for me. You know what I mean? Never. Now, I didn't see it in the theater, and I wasn't tripping, so that might have had a lot to do with it.
Sure.
But the whole Hal thing, it just really is a long, fucking tough slog.
I think I've probably watched it all the way through twice.
Yeah.
And both times was kind of for the experience of the visual.
Right.
And watching it with that manner. But like, it's almost like you can't really treat it like you're watching a movie.
And yet it is a movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a painting.
Don't think of it that way.
Yeah, I can't.
Think of it as moving images.
I'm always going like this. What happened to those monkey people? By the way, I read this thing that I just fucking loved the other day. These guys got into this rap saying that there could easily have been, because the Earth is like 6 million years old or whatever, there could have been a civilization like ours that fucked itself up, was destroyed, and everything about it is gone by now.
Feels like we're not far from their mistake, whatever it was.
Yeah, but isn't that weird that it just would keep happening over and over and over, and the Earth ain't got nothing but time? Melinda in Atlanta, movie that doesn't hold up for you.
Well, I'm not sure that they held up back then either, but any of the Cannonball Run movies.
You know, there's this Burt Reynolds movie out now called I think it's called The Last Movie Star. And Burt Reynolds was in the 70s. I think he had 5 years that he was the number one box office guy. And none of his stuff really ever was critically liked. And he used to fight with the critics and say that they were assholes. But he should probably go back and apologize now. I just don't know that if you can use popular as a reason for anything.
Right.
I was reading the thing where Stern is the one who put Bon Jovi in, and I didn't hear him do it yet. It's going to be on TV, but he took the angle of, hey, they sold 130 million copies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's enough. You know what I mean? Like, I think you got to have some kind of critical eye when it comes to art. You just can't go, something was popular, therefore it was great.
Right. And when something is popular, sometimes it's just entirely reactionary. That's just something of the time. You know, it's not about a lasting piece for the ages.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, one thing leads to another, culture swings this way, interest does this. It's reactionary to something that now seems over or played, and that's why that's popular.
If I was Bon Jovi, I would have said, like, yeah, but bring up some of the stuff that we did, not just the 130 million. I'm surprised they sold 130 million.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a lot. 130 million is a lot of anything to sell. No matter what. If you were on fucking QVC, you're like, oh, we're doing great. All right, we're going to break here, Christopher. Anything that we need to plug?
Yes, you're going to be in New Jersey performing at the Stress Factory. That's April 27th, April 28th, 2 shows each night, stressfactory.com for tickets.
That's supposed to be Vito's thing.
And this Friday, April 20th at Moon Tower.
I'm not going to do all the plugs at the same time. You should have been all over Stress Factory.
I was about to start
And
speaking.
I'm coming home and a 2-night tour and all the fun stuff.
It's Ron Bennington's coming home tour, coming home to New Jersey. Bennington, Ron Bennington.
Yes.
You're coming home to New Jersey, and I want everybody to know that that's happening April 27th and April 28th. And each night you have 2 shows to go to at 7:45.
Jen, come over and grab a mic here. This one. Look at her. She doesn't even want to do it. What am I going to do to drag you into a conversation? Do you know how many times I've tried lately?
No.
I'm always asking you what's up.
Nothing's up.
Nothing's up?
No. What? I don't know.
It's not. You used to be like, oh man, give me a mic. Let's go. I don't know what you're up to right now. Beyonce?
Yeah, I'm still on Beyonce.
I'll tell you this. I know you're a business owner. I know your mom owns a business and your dad owns a business. And I just want to say attention, business owners. You already know about Dish and all of its great technology for watching TV at home. But did you know that Dish also provides TV solutions for your business?
Bars and restaurants rely on Dish to bring your favorite teams and the big games. And how about the doctor's waiting room? That's Dish keeping you entertained while you wait.
Dish has solutions that make your hotel room feel more like home by giving you all the TV you love wherever you travel, from Fortune 1000 companies to mom and pop shops. Dish Business has the best entertainment for you.
Open your doors to new customers and new opportunities with customizable programming packages and game-changing technology like the Dish Smart Box. Only Dish has the amazing value and technology to support your business.
From bars and restaurants to hotels and hospitals, Dish has a solution for you. Our award-winning technology is scalable, manageable, and affordable. And Dish will work with you to find the perfect solutions for your specific needs. Learn more about Dish for all your business at dish.com/business. What I gotta do?
What I gotta do to get that dick in my
That isn't even the words. And she was getting to sing that on Jimmy Fallon last night.
I know.
I was very surprised. I have to tell you the truth.
I mean, she was saying D, but we all know what she means.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right there. I actually thought I heard her say dick once. All right, it's the Bennington Show on a Tuesday. I'll be heading to Austin, but Gail, you're going to hold the fort down, and then Friday, we're having our 3-year anniversary show.
Yes, 3 years of Bennington celebrating the life and times.
So this time it will be Bennington celebrating Bennington.
Yeah.
The big executive producer of this is Vito Veets.
It's going to be great. I'm really excited about this.
You're excited about everything, dude.
But this especially.
Have you ever not been excited about something we were doing?
No, I've always been excited, but this I'm especially excited about.
You know what I want to do is start seeing you wear loafers every day. That would be something that would get me excited.
Vito, they're so comfortable.
With these flat feet? No.
Just slip them on. You just slip them on and off you go.
Get some inserts, dude.
Does Jordan make loafers?
No.
First of all, I don't know everything Jordan's doing. I haven't seen him since he stopped playing for Washington, D.C. Everyone forgets that he ended up there.
I had a Jordan Wizards jersey as a kid.
I remember I got offered tickets to go see him, and I'm like, I don't think I want to. You know what I mean? I don't want to see him like this.
Yeah.
I want to remember him as I remember him.
Right.
Although that fucking Dwayne Wade, he's supposed to be old. He fucked up the Sixers last night.
Yeah, 28 points.
Oh, is that where they put a thing in your arm?
Yeah. I'm just taking off because I hate that feeling of when it's crooked in the knees.
Want me to tear it?
Oh my God, is that a good idea? Ow.
I
Okay,
can-
do
I'll-
it really fast.
Do it really fast or really slow? Look
you
at
did
that.
it
See that?
I am the biggest baby with getting my blood drawn.
Oh, I'm not at all.
Really?
Yeah, it does bother me.
It really bothers me.
There's always things that bother, but that isn't one of them.
Do you know the thing that usually what the nurse has to tell me to stop doing?
What?
Is like I don't like cry or make any noise, but they had to tell me to stop kicking my feet like a little kid, just terrified.
Don't you worry about my feet. Just stick the spike in. Does it bother you at all?
Not at all. And my doctor's constantly drawing blood for me.
Sure. And you're tying off like your dad.
Exactly. Father's son.
Just has a belt, and they're like, we have stuff for that. You don't need to use your own belt.
This makes me feel more comfortable, though.
That is true.
I know some people it's the just like if they see the blood in the vial, I'm not
Yeah, none of that bothers
that
me.
doesn't bother me, but you know, I think that's really where my phobia with the meats, as in MEETS, where top arm meets bottom arm.
I hate the term the meats.
Yeah, I wish my brother hadn't invented it.
Keep your hands off my meats. What I gotta do? What I gotta do to
Get our dick in my mouth.
Chris, you said it. We stopped singing, but you kept going.
Why didn't you say up your arse? Yeah, you had something on your mind today. You said something was driving you a little.
I do.
Mhm.
This is my question to you because I find myself in this situation oftentimes with family. What is a worse scenario for you? Being a guest in someone else's home, you have to sleep overnight,
The answer
maybe
is that.
multiple nights, or having guests come to your home and sleep in your home, not visit, sleep in your home.
How long?
And in your space. Let's call this a weekend stay because that might change things for you. Yeah, full weekend. We're not talking one nighter.
To be totally honest, it's sleeping in someone else's house that's more difficult. I never feel like I could go open up the refrigerator.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I just don't feel like, hey, I'm hungry. I'll make some bacon and eggs.
But don't you also feel the same way that you can't go about your business when you're in your own home?
Nope.
You feel like if I want some bacon and eggs, I guess I'm making everybody bacon.
Oh, yeah,
and eggs.
yeah, that is true. But I don't mind cooking.
I know,
You
but
do?
I think it depends on the person. Both scenarios stress me out a lot. But for example, staying, let's say, at my in-laws' house. I'll say in-law. That's right.
Even though there's no law involved in this.
We've yet to put the law involved in this.
You followed the law, Wenda. Law won.
But when I stay there, that is a more comfortable scenario than having them come to
Wow,
me.
that's surprising.
Like, for some reason, I'm just in full anxiety mode when it's like my own space.
You're a better lodger than you are a host.
Yes.
Do you feel like you're a poor host?
I feel like I'm a good host, but I think I stress too much about things. And so I do probably over preparation and then I take on too much.
Take on. Well, your aunt is coming up pretty soon for a week,
Yes.
and I won't even think twice about it. You know what I mean? Like,
But if you had to stay at her place for a weekend, it would not be a comfortable.
first of all, I mean, you're bringing up something that wouldn't happen. I would stay at a close hotel. Probably
Yeah.
one on the beach, probably the Don Cesar.
I'm also like, I think you also hit a point in your life that there's certain amount of people that you could stay over. I could stay at my in-laws. I could stay at your house. I could stay at my grandparents' house. And then beyond that, I think I'm out of the comfort
Could you
zone.
stay with Chris and his Costa Rican maid?
No, I couldn't do it.
Wait, that's your girlfriend?
Yeah, that's my girlfriend.
I
Ron.
thought you had a Costa Rican maid.
No,
I feel crazy now.
Still living maid.
Dude, I was like thinking that you were just making stacks. Really?
Yeah.
You just
Be a
had
little
full-time
Wow.
live-in maid service.
It's an au
But
pair.
she still straightens up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone has to.
Yeah, exactly. See, I can't. I couldn't stay. Staying in someone else's place, I feel fucking way too self conscious because I know I'm an animal, so I don't want to like fuck their place up.
Yeah, but then Are you comfortable with letting them into your animal cage? of
Yeah,
your
that's
home?
fine because they know what they're getting into if they're asking to stay at my place. It's not a problem. Like, this is fucking not going to be very nice for you, but there's a couch you can
All
stay
right,
on.
let's just say not friend, because now you're talking about like just some dude crashing on your couch.
Go to strangers.
But let's say you have two options, and it's either sleep over Ron Bennington's house or have Ron Bennington stay at your home.
Which
what
is
would
easy?
be?
It's easier for me as having Rod come over to my place.
See, that's what I mean.
I'd love to see you and the maid this weekend.
In my mind, much easier than.
I don't think I could eat that many plantains.
Platanos, Ron.
Does it come with every fucking meal?
Yes.
It must.
Now, Vito seems like the type of person it's easy for him to stay at someone's house.
I think so.
You would think it's really easy for me, but I can't do one night. I can do a week. It's a weird thing. I can't just unexpectedly.
Come on, that's so annoying.
Making up a crazy
I can't unexpectedly just be like, oh, I need to crash somewhere. Can I stay at your place? I would rather take a $40 cab ride home. But if I'm prepared for a week and I have a notice and I'm staying there for a few days, that's fine.
I almost feel like it's not fair to ask you if you'd be more comfortable one way or another, because if someone was staying at your home, it would be your mother's responsibility to be the host, clean up, cook for all the meals, take people out, show them a good time.
That's his mom? I thought he had an Italian maid.
How do you think everyone has maids?
The way they treat them.
That could be why. That could be why.
Staying over at somebody's house even one night is just like, I don't know what I need to bring with me. If I know, I can bring.
What do you need? You're fucking a man.
A bottle of water.
They're gonna have the tap.
No, I want a bottle of water I could put into the fridge and it will be cold. I fucking hate room temperature water.
Why are you
What if they have ice?
Listen, you're a grown-ass man.
Because room temperature water is disgusting. I bought a water cooler and went into debt because I like cold water so much.
You're fucking Felix Unger, you particular little prick.
I just am a particular kind of person.
Chris, is the reason that you can't stay at other people's house about poop anxiety?
I guess there's some of that because it's going to happen a lot.
But Chris doesn't see, like, Chris, I don't think it would matter because he's not going to ask. If I go to somebody's place, I always give a heads up, like, do you mind if I
take your shit?
I take a shit in your apartment because I want to be sure.
No,
what do you like to do? Pour cold water down your ass crack?
Again, for some reason, you two are living the lives of young men. You're talking about like some dude you know. But let's say you had a girlfriend and you were staying over at her parents' house. Would you be like, would you mind if I take a dump in your... You wouldn't say
remember
that.
Chris went to his chick's for Christmas and you were very comfortable.
I was like, all right, I was just like on my best behavior, I guess.
Oh my God.
What's that like?
It's like I'm just trying to fucking just keep all my shit in one place.
Ew.
I feel like a hobo almost.
Toilet, I hope.
It's like I can't make that bad an impression here.
Did you go out with her brother and spray paint some tags around?
We climbed some bridges. The higher you go, the more respect you get, Ron.
Now, did you have to go out and get a knife fight with the other gangs, or were you able just to stay at home with the parents?
Or did you have to get fucked in?
Were you worried? Did somebody yell immigration and everybody went running out of the back?
Policia.
Chris, did you curse a lot while you were there?
Only once, and it was a bit of it was at Christmas dinner, Christmas Eve dinner. I dropped 2 F-bombs. The one was like kind of laughed off a little bit, but the second one was like, what are you doing?
So you tested the first one and then the second one was not welcome.
No, give me the context.
I think I was taught they did the 7 fishes and this combination of all that stuff. And then I was like, this fucking crab leg is great. And then
this fucking crab leg is great.
It's so embarrassing.
I felt pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then what was the second one?
He dropped the N-bomb. Oh, jeez, he's coughing. What was the second one?
Let me think. I think I was like, pass the fucking wine.
No, you didn't.
I
You're a little lit up.
I was tiny lit up, and it just came out. It wasn't like aggressive. It was just like press the fucking
that sentence. I mean, if you said that to me, I'd think it was aggressive. I'd be like, "Fuck you, dude! Get it your fucking self."
Pass the fucking wine, bitch.
Like that's exactly what it sounds
I
like.
don't mean it like that though. Just the fucking.
You mean it sweetly.
Yeah, like if I just fell into the sentence.
No, I see. Now I was wondering why the second one didn't go well. The first one does seem kind of charming. Like this fucking crab leg's great. I'm like, I like this kid.
Right.
But then when he tells me to pass the fucking wine, get out of my house.
I like the way that he says how about please? You would normally say please. Could you please pass the fucking wine? You're like fucking taking little Tay out.
So true.
Without the stacks.
You're such a little Gucci Tay. But stackless, you're right.
Little Gucci Tay. She does have all her stacks.
Yeah.
She wears a lot on her wrist too, right?
Yeah. With 10 G's on her wrist.
100 G's on her wrist.
Jesus.
What?
I wouldn't mind staying at her place.
Yeah.
No, I mean like such a large house.
Awful.
That's all she talks about. I don't mean in a sexual nature.
Child.
No.
Horrific.
That's really disgusting,
Not what I
dude.
meant.
And
You
like,
know what?
little Tay is the youngest of all of them.
What?
She's a 9-year-old.
Do me a favor. Take your cold water and get the fuck out of here. You want me straight to do it?
Broke ass bitch, you can't fight for shit and you a bitch.
That's true.
Little stupid bitch trying to come for me and my sister.
Yeah, bitch. Go
wait.
back to beating up your
Did
mom
she
on
say you're
Dr.
trying to
Phil.
come for me and my assistant?
Oh, is that what she said? My assistant? Go back. Let's. Because she did sound like
Yeah.
she said sister first time,
Yeah.
but then.
Broke ass bitch, you can't fight for shit and you a bitch.
Little stupid bitch trying to come for me and my sister.
Yeah,
It's
bitch.
assistant.
Yeah.
Go back to beating
That's
up
where she
your
makes
mom
the
on Dr.
stacks? Oh my
Working for that
God.
fucking white trash.
Well, Vicky pays her assistant very well.
What's her name again?
Well, Vicky.
Yo, it's Whoa Vicky, y'all.
Little bitch.
Why don't Cashmere just try to fucking hang out with them? Why is she always fucking blowing smoke? Is that what it is, Speedo?
You got you got to blow smoke or throw smoke. Like throwing smoke means you want to fight somebody. Like give them some free smoke.
Okay. No, that doesn't make sense. Though.
No.
There's some weird. There's another term that's really popular right now.
Yeah.
It's you want to shoot up her club. That means you want to come inside of a girl.
Oh, come on. No. Whoa, Vicky and Lil.
First of all, what's
not gonna
wrong
say
with
that.
cream pie?
Yeah.
Now it's shoot that club up.
That's disgusting.
using
Yeah.
That sounds like that fucking gay club in
Yeah,
Florida that got
that's why I
shot
don't
up.
like it. It's a violent in nature. It's something that could be beautiful if you want to cream pie someone.
No,
You want to cream pie someone because you love them.
That's
Not
nice.
shoot up the club.
When a
foot.
man loves a woman,
When a man loves a woman, he's got to shoot a club up. Shoot a club up. That hot, yes. All right, give me another one, Vito, because I'm going to start using the correct fucking
All right,
terminology.
blicky means gun.
What's that?
Blicky means gun.
I'm
Some
not going to
people
tell
use it
somebody
for
I'm going to
girls.
go
like
home and get
blickety
my
blow.
blick.
Like blicky. Like I got my blicky on deck.
Yeah, I got
I'm
it.
on deck. What am I, out to sea?
No, on deck is like you got it on you. You know, like you got stacks of paper on deck.
Okay.
So I'm going to say, look, you guys better stop it. I got a blicky on deck.
And like you could say decking.
Or else I'll shoot up your club.
I'll shoot up the ass part of your club. I'll shoot up the back of your club. That's your asshole.
We're going in the back door of the club and shooting it up.
Which is?
From your blicky?
Yeah. My love blicky. My love blicky shoots jizz bullets, right? Wait, what else? What else you going to say, little Tay?
That was adorable.
Like if I wanted to, if I wanted to go to a movie, would I say I'm going screening? Yo, who wants to go screening? Is that what I would say?
Yeah, screening is good. You know.
Okay. Is that who says that? The kids or
All the kids are saying that. You know,
All right.
catch a screen, catch a screener. You know, Screenington.
Well, that's
a lot of our things are just adding ington on them, like Deckington.
I like that as a Bennington.
All right.
Blicky
I
with
guess
the
it works.
Stiffy is really big right now.
What's that?
Blicky with the stiffy?
Blicky with the Stiffy.
What's
Because
that?
this rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine made it a big thing.
Yeah.
He goes with the Blicky with the Stiffy. So some people like to yell that at each other.
Now, why would they say that?
It's just a greeting.
Oh,
But
that's
it's
terrible.
a gun-related greeting?
Blicky with the Stiffy.
I don't understand the
Did
stiffy part.
Your gun has a hard on?
Your gun has ammo. Your gun's loaded, you know?
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it can also mean your Blicky is stiff, ready to get that club shot up.
Okay.
But
your girlfriend's always saying punta. Huh?
Freaking puta.
Pendejo.
It's 2018. I don't think you can say that.
Another way,
Right?
another way to say you want to fight somebody is they want to catch the quick fade.
Yeah, I want to catch a quick fade with you later.
Yeah, like, you're about to catch that quick fade.
They don't say catch me outside? I would think that would
never catch
She
me
even
outside,
dropped her
dude.
name.
Yeah, she doesn't even say cash me outside. How about that?
She's bad baby.
She's bad, baby. Which seems like a lot of people probably have that fucking name.
I know.
That's why she added the H's.
Where?
BHAD BHABIE.
That's
So
Bob,
it's Bod Bobby.
Bod Bobby.
I guess that'll make sense to Vito.
And these words are what Lil Tay uses?
Yeah, well, that's Lil Tay giving a tour of her home, trying to show you.
Oh,
how
is
to-
this where? This is like where she gets her fed stack?
Yeah.
Let's see.
This is Lil Tay's house.
Lil Tay, let me tell y'all something. This shit costs more to your rent. My toilet costs more to your rent. Everything in my bathroom costs more to your rent. And see, this is my closet. Everything here be designer. Gucci, Louis, Versace. And also, when I was 6 years old, I lived in Atlanta and I was broke as hell. But one day I woke up, I said to myself, I ain't gonna be broke no more. So I got up and I started working hard, moving bricks, and now we be living in the hills. See that view? Y'all don't have that view. And I be holding your mama's rent. This bag cost me a Lamborghini, and I worked hard. So if y'all work hard, y'all can accomplish your dreams just like I did.
What does she do for a living?
She's the $1 Million Man. One time she told me she'd give me money for bouncing a fucking basketball, and then she slapped it away.
Everybody's got a price.
And that's just a regular fucking toilet. That's not some fucking gold toilet. You're falling for stuff.
I don't know. That looks like a nice toilet.
It doesn't at all. Also,
looks like
she's
a-
just someone's assistant. I think.
Swear to God, that's the same toilet you get at Hampton Inn.
I think she is in a hotel, to be honest.
No, that's where would all that Louis and Versace come from?
She has to slow down so we can see any of it.
Yeah. That's just from Baby Gap.
That bed apparently cost a Lamborghini. Not even money.
She had to give them their Lamborghini?
That's what she says.
You got 500,000 views on that. Oh, they fucking disabled the comments because
Why?
everybody's calling her a crippled up bitch. They can be mean on the internet. I mean, they do that fucking bullying shit.
Well, she got into a big feud with this guy, Rice Gum, who bullies little girls on the internet. That's like his thing.
What's his name, Rice Gum?
Rice Gum. He writes diss tracks about like teenage girls on the internet.
Why does he do this?
That's Rice Gum. He's an Asian man who does reaction videos.
I don't like to say Asian. Doesn't seem.
It doesn't
like
matter
somebody
what
after
his
a whole fucking
races.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter what Rice Gump is. That's no one's fucking business. Rice Gump could be from any fucking continent, Vito.
It doesn't matter.
Why don't you blast it?
Here's Rice Gum.
2 days in a row, I told you guys I'm back. But now that it's 2018, I start to think like I don't even need to get into drama or be a negative person and make negative videos to even
Let's
get
just
views.
stop it. He's
I don't
terrible.
like Rice Gum.
I'll just tell you
at all.
this: the diner need food. Hey, Tim, what's up?
Old guy here. What the hell does I'm holding your mama's ring mean?
Yeah, that's a good one. What's
Yeah.
I'm holding your mama's ring mean?
That means that she's like the one who your mom is just owing all of her debts to. Like basically, she's a pimp and your mom is under her stable. Maybe even a bottom bitch situation.
That's not fucking nice. That's
terrible. That's a terrible situation to be in.
What are you saying? Like a sex slave?
Basically,
you in trafficking?
Okay.
Troy, South Carolina.
Hey guys, hold on. Get you off the speaker. That. Gail, I got a question going back to your sleepover thing.
Yeah.
Is there an age where what's the age, in your opinion, where it gets like not a problem? Because I got college kids right now. They'll sleep at anybody's house.
Yeah.
They'll live on the floor.
What?
I think by the
what
by
age
the
do you
early
start-
20s, I was already done with crashing on someone's couch.
Yeah.
I can't crash
And
anywhere.
living in the South, like I do now, and you've lived in Florida, isn't it also a spatial thing? Because my understanding, living up north, smaller houses, tighter spaces, does it affect sleeping over if you know somebody's got 3,000 square feet versus 1,500 square feet?
I literally don't know anyone who has 3,000 square feet.
Here's the thing. When you have that, right? Those new, even the mini mansions, you just feel like you're staying like a fucking Ethan Allen.
Yeah.
They're really uncomfortable. It's really weird and freaky to wake up there.
And by the way, 1,500 is huge. Like, 1,500 is massive in the city. You're like, oh.
Yeah, but you're 5 minutes out and people have big houses.
Yeah.
It's just a Manhattan thing. Money making Manhattan, big up of Brooklyn, BX.
Shooting up the club.
Yeah.
Come on, Blicky.
Rice Gump Queens.
Repping Rice Gum right now. But man.
Got my mama's ring in
I
my
mean, you
pocket.
got really that. If you had to say what part of fucking New York was Rice Gump, it's definitely Queens.
Part of Queens, a big part of Queens is.
All Queens.
No, it's very Rice Gum over there.
No, Lil Tay wouldn't be caught there. Gucci, Gucci Tay.
Little Gucci Tay.
There you go.
Bad baby. aka
What if you go deep into Queens, out where Vecchione and Soder live?
That's called Long Island in my mind.
I saw Rhode Island from their fucking house. If you climb up on the roof, you get a good fucking look at Rhode Island. Hey, Walker in Louisiana. Walker, what's up?
Hey, Bennington. Hey, that girl in the video, I need to get her info because I got some stuff I want to sell her. She overpays for everything.
Oh, she's got the money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she doesn't mind. When you have stacks that fat.
Yeah.
Moving bricks.
What you mean by that? Bricks
I
of heroin?
said I'm moving bricks in the last.
Bricks of heroin?
Sounds like she's moving.
What do you mean sounds like?
She said I'm moving bricks, so I mean.
I understand the moving bricks. What kind of bricks?
I'm going to guess bricks of cocaine.
Bricks of cocaine? Where are you fucking get bricks of cocaine?
From people.
Stop it. That's not even a fucking term.
A brick, like a kilo, a brick of cocaine.
No, when you say bricks, you're saying fucking heroin, never cocaine. Never.
Oh, so-
I don't know what you're fucking saying over there in Rice Gump, but I find it to be racist.
Awful.
I definitely know it's racist no matter what it is.
Can I tell you something? Racism is something I won't put up with. Not even slightly. I don't see color, but I hear it. Look at this Rice Gump in the house. Is it 2020?
That is a fat stack, actually. I have a couple crumpled up singles.
You know what? I know you guys will grab a fucking card if you need an egg sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's such a sweetheart.
She is sweet.
She has to live down the hall, though. That's her world.
Yep.
Let's break here, Chris. When we come back, we're going a little bit after 2. Molly ran in the Boston Marathon.
That's awesome.
Yesterday, and I think she set a new record.
Oh.
Yeah. But can you imagine the day that she was in? She was in this. They had the same weather in Boston as we had here, and she ran in it.
Yeah, that's insane.
Did you notice all Twitter was down today?
No, I
all
didn't see
morning
that.
long. And I tried to see like a picture of her like crossing the finish line, but every time I would like, oh, Twitter isn't fucking working. Twitter, people were freaking out, and I said to a friend of mine, I go, Twitter's down, and they go, what happened? I go, normally I would look on Twitter. I have nowhere else to go to see why Twitter is down.
There's no other source.
We will break right back. Bennington. It's the Bennington Show. Friday is our big 3-year anniversary show. Vito is executive producer on that.
Showrunner.
I like the idea, Vito. Like what you're doing there. Hey, here's I'm going to ask you guys on a Scientology Bennington barometer, because we don't normally, I wanted to do Bennington barometer because I'm doing the show this week. Nobody brought it up today, but I still want to do it. And it's the Scientology, because these two guys don't like each other, according to people inside Scientology. Tom Cruise or Mr. Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta. Who do you pick in this Bennington barometer?
Bennington barometer.
This
is very difficult for me because there are things that positive things about both, but there are a ton of negative things about both. And I've got to say that as a person, despite body of work and also kind of Me Too movement accusations, I'm going to go John Travolta.
John Travolta. Despite, as you say, those...
there were some, early, before Me Too movement, there were, early...
I think he also
reports.
paid off a lot of people.
Yes.
Now, you say body of work. Perhaps you haven't seen a little film called Broken Arrow, which is about...
It's pretty good.
Flying very low to the ground. Chris Stangley, what about you?
I'm going Tom Cruise simply for body of work.
How could you say for body of work when Tom Cruise has never done anything as good as Pulp Fiction or Saturday Night Fever?
That's true.
Forgot he was in Pulp Fiction, but I'm still going Tom Cruise, body of work.
What are you basing body of work on?
I think his movies in the 80s were...
Name them.
All right, I'm going to say Cocktail.
Now, you're being fucking serious right now. You think Cocktail's a good film. I'm going to fucking beg you to watch it tonight.
Yes. This one's going to be one for doesn't hold up for you, Chris. Not to call back.
What else for you? Legend?
What
are you so based on this body of work? All right, Vito, what about you?
I'm going straight John Travolta because...
Your mom?
Because my mom, I know you love Saturday Night Fever.
I'm telling you, if you ever want to know anything about the fucking 70s, the way people acted, Saturday Night Fever is a perfect thing. Because you look at that and you're like, oh, it's a movie about dancing. They were fucking racist. They fucking were incredibly violent.
Yeah.
A woman got raped and then still hung out with the guys that raped her.
Yep.
There were massive amounts of drugs being taken. It's a vicious fucking movie.
And a dark, sad death.
That didn't bother me so much. If I'm going to be totally honest, that kid, he was into his own thing. Father, would that be a sin for the abortion, Father? Look, I got to tell you, yesterday, I was waiting for the Boston Marathon to come in, and I knew that the rains were crazy. But Molly, our own adorable Molly, it was her second year running. I turned it on just enough to see that she didn't win. And, I was a little let down because I didn't hold it to her last year.
Yeah.
But this year, it's your second year. Why are you doing it? If you're not playing to win. So we got Molly on the line right now. Molly.
Hey.
First of all, I'm so sad that you didn't win, but that happens.
I'm sorry, Molly.
I know. I was really expecting, the big win, the medal, everything, and then I came in like 20,000th place.
Shit, okay.
Is that good or no?
No. And I know it was an ugly day.
Oh my God. Ugly is an understatement.
Yeah.
It was insane. At a certain point, I was wearing like spandex leggings and they just filled with water. I was running around with
First of all, Molly.
It was crazy.
There's never been a day that I've known you, your pants didn't fill with water. She scares easy, that one. So you're running and it's so heavy because this water is running down. Yeah. But inside,
my shoes were still wet this morning. I left them out to dry all last night, all afternoon and all last night, and they're still not dry today.
was there any point that you thought, I'm quitting?
No, but there was this one point there's a famous, the last hill before, it's pretty much all the way downhill and flat to the finish. Is at mile 20-ish. It's called Heartbreak Hill, and someone was playing. What's that Creedence Clearwater Revival song that's like... The
Bad Moon on the Rise?
Yeah.
Yes. And that song was playing out of somebody's speaker, and, everyone's starting to get hyped to run up this big hill, and then all of a sudden the skies just open up, and, it had been raining the whole time, but it was like a waterfall, and the wind is blowing, and people's ponchos are blowing all over the place. And at that point, people started cheering for each other, being like, you got it, come on. And I was like, do we really? We're all feeling like we got this? Because I'm not feeling so great.
So you wanted to quit, but you kept going.
Yeah, I kept going. It's because I've been training for it since December. So in my mind, I was like, I'm going to finish even if, I'm limping across the finish line or whatever. But the last mile or so, a little more than that, maybe a mile and a half, I was actually booking it because I was just so pumped up, and the crowd support was so great. It was, people with Boston accents just saying, good job, Molly, for 26.2 miles.
Good job, Molly.
Good
Way to go, Molly.
So, yeah, it was really moving, and I cried twice and got a lot of high fives. It was one of the coolest moments ever. And turning onto Boylston Street, it's just so broad.
Yeah.
And there are all these people lined up on both sides screaming. It's so loud, and you're dodging people's ponchos that they ditched in the rain, and it was so cool.
But Mal, that Bert Kreischer ran a marathon out in L.A. without even training. He just went out that day and ran it. And he said his legs really hurt the next day. He said he was really surprised how bad his legs hurt.
Yeah, mine are pretty bad today too, but I train. So maybe next time I just won't even train.
Yeah.
What do you got to do to train? How long are you running during the training?
I did 3 days during the week, which were distances from 3 miles to 7 miles, and then longer distances on the weekend. One day, mostly Saturday. It's sort of it increases steadily, and then there are dips that decrease. But the most I did before the marathon was 19 and a half.
Wow.
Jesus.
Here's my issue with long distance running. Yeah, the legs are sore, but it's just the arms. It's like, what do you do with your arms for that length of time? I wish I could just run dead armed. This would be so much more relaxing to me. It's the pumping the arms back and forth is the part that I'm just I'm bored of this. I'm going to put my arms down.
I've never heard anyone complain about the arm stuff.
It's very annoying.
My arms were killing me this morning because I was a little overzealous with the high five.
Oh yeah,
yeah, especially in Wellesley. Everybody comes out into the town center, and there are all these little kids out, and they're so cute. And I got a million high fives, and then my right arm today is killing me.
See, I wouldn't have the strength for that. I already have to hold these arms up.
People were saying "Go Molly," and in the beginning, I would say thank you to every single person, and then at the end, I would just do a little finger gun because I couldn't even talk.
I did that anyway, though. Now, thank you.
Thank you for saying "Go Molly."
Do your Boston accent with "Go Molly" too.
Good job, Molly.
Good job, Molly.
Yeah, and everyone just says the nicest things. It's like somebody was saying that you make Boston so proud and you look so strong. And it's just, it was pouring rain yesterday, and all these people out there who don't even know anybody running, and they're just standing out there with signs. Some of them were really funny. Everyone also kept saying it's sunny on Boylston Street.
Oh, that was the fun thing.
Yeah.
Chris, would you try this next year with her?
I'll try. I can't.
Molly, you running next year?
I don't know. So last year I did Providence, and this year I did Boston, and I kind of feel like Boston is the world's oldest annual marathon event. And it's kind of like the marathon. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm just sort of hobbling around today. And,
Why don't you do New York next year so your parents can see you?
yeah, that would be cool. I'd love to do New York. It's just a huge toll on your body, though. You know.
No, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Next year, I want you to push Chris in a wheelbarrow.
That'd be great.
That sounds good. It's funny that you say that because there are a couple people this year who are pushing their, like really heartwarming stories about people pushing their quadriplegic spouses and stuff.
Right.
And I like the image of me just pushing Chris along in a wheelbarrow.
I'm able-bodied. I just don't want to walk.
Oh, well, first of all, you're not able-bodied.
Yeah, that's saying a lot, Chris.
Would you be willing to do it, Chris? Would you try it?
I'll try to run a marathon, yeah.
If you just stick to the schedule, not anybody, obviously some people have injuries or whatever, but you just have to train and then you can do it.
I think you could.
Can I just walk it? Can I just show up and just walk the 26 miles?
The thing about you, Chris, I always notice this. When you put your mind to something, you achieve it.
It's a good point.
Also, Ron, you'll love this. My mom was trying to get me to wear my medal to work today. I was
Of course she was.
I'm not going to
Kurt Angle?
Show off a little bit. Yeah, you're the Kurt Angle of marathon runners. Did they wrap you up in one of those little space blankets, though?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, they did, but the space blanket yesterday was, it felt like a tissue. The walk from the finish line to where I was meeting my family felt longer than the last 2 miles of the race. It was just so windy and cold, and no one was directing us anywhere. I was totally confused. That was a crazy part.
Who was hugging you in that picture?
Oh, that's one of my friends who came to the finish.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I had a lot of supporters along the way, and that meant a lot to me. And also, I know you thanked them on air, but I was just so heartwarmed by all of the buddies, Ron and Fez and Bennington people that donated to Spalding. So
Isn't that nice?
Oh, that is so sweet.
It was really, really sweet. It really was. Training and fundraising could have been stressful, but I just, there's a lot of love out there. And
but why do you get to fundraise? Why can't you just run? No one fundraises to go to the Olympics. Who are you running for? Myself.
The qualifying time for my age group and gender is almost a full hour faster than my finishing time. More than a full hour faster than my
I had no idea that. So because you run a little slower, you got to pay money.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're running slower than the qualifying time, then you can get a bib from a charity.
There's the patriarchy for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's the big man.
Yeah. Well, it's cool because you're either a really gifted athlete and really fast, or you raise a bunch of money. So, just two different experiences, but both very valuable.
Well, I think it's fantastic, Molly. We're all proud of you here, and
way to go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'd love to see you run across the whole country and raise money for people the whole time you do it. Yeah.
Let me rest up today, and I'll think about it and get back.
Who was the comic that ran 27 marathons in 26 days? He did an unmasked with us. I can't remember. Eddie Izzard is right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just never stopped. He says his toenails started falling off.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I lost a toenail this time.
What mile?
Chris.
I'm just curious.
That's racism.
Oh.
All right, well, congratulations, Molly.
Way to go, Molly.
Thanks a lot, you guys. Hey, and congratulations to you too, Gail.
Thank you so much. It's a marathon of my own.
Your own.
I sit a lot for this one.
Sit and have snacks.
Keep on training.
Well, that's very sweet of you, Molly. We'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks, guys.
Bye. Long distance, run around. How come you're not playing Yes right now, Chris? Long time waiting to steal the sound. Do you remember? Oh, here we go. Second, Chris. Just pause it. No, he says, did we really tell lies? Sitting in the sunshine, did we really count to 100? What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Do you remember counting to 100? I don't know, man.
Why would we?
I mean, starting from 1?
Why would any of that happen? And what's the lie? Somebody was fucking counting by sevens? Go ahead, pick it up, Chris. All right, stop it again, Chris. Again, he's back to this fucking counting thing.
What happened? They sat outside.
Right.
They counted to 100.
They lied. Or did they really?
Maybe they didn't even do that.
Now, the whole fucking thing, it's the long distance runaround, long time waiting to feel the sound. What fucking sound are you feeling, man?
Just like vibrations? Must be bass.
And it doesn't seem like he has a single nice memory from this. It seems like you'd want to break up with this person.
It sounds like it was just hot and a lot of counting.
It's nonstop counting.
Play it up. All right, stop it there. Now, is he saying cold summer listening? The fuck's that mean?
I don't know.
Pick it up. Hot color melting the anger to stone. You're fucking high, dude.
Yeah.
Lava?
Go ahead. Did we really count to 100?
I don't think he's ever going to get to the bottom of that.
Nobody. I don't fucking think they have any idea what they were talking about. As a matter of fact, not sure anybody counted to 100. And if they did, it was like, shut up.
Stop.
Are you counting?
What are you counting?
There was a little kid the other day on my block. He said he could count to 23. I go, if you could do that, you can keep right on going, man. He's like, no, 23 is as far as I can go.
After that, he just gets lost?
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, the hard part is like the fucking 10 before that when you got to start hitting 11
and
12, 13. And then once you get to 13, you're like, oh, okay, 14.
Yeah. And then you can coast after that, really.
I don't know if 15 is a lot harder to remember than 25.
I think so, too. But I just mean, like, once you hit the 20s, you
Once
can
you hit the 20s, you're going all the way to a fucking C note.
Yeah, 100%.
Look, Vito's thinking he's going to go home and try it today.
Did you?
I was just thinking about when you were a little kid and one kid goes, I could count to 100, and you're just like, no fucking way. That doesn't even exist.
I remember how I could count to fives because of my fives because of the way we played games. So it would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
yeah.
You know.
You could rattle that off.
You could rattle that shit off. And I remember even thinking to myself, what's your favorite times table when I was a kid? I still remember mine. 9s.
Oh, really?
Fucking love the 9s.
You like the trick of the 9s?
Yeah, I loved
me too.
it.
To this day, it still saves me.
Yeah.
To this day, I'm like, thank God I know that 9 trick. Or I'd look dumb.
Yeah, but how
7s,
often?
for some reason, I like really was into. I think because I just had to master it.
That was a good one because of football.
And then 8s, 8s, I feel like I would really get lost because I really had a passion for 7. 9 was like fun.
Right.
And I just kind of was like, I don't feel like dealing with 8s. I still kind of have to think about 8s.
Hold on. Here's Mike wants to figure out this fucking stupid yes song. Hey, Mike.
Ronnie, $1 million, buddy.
Thanks.
Gail, congratulations.
Thank you.
Ronnie, sitting in the sunshine, did we really tell lies? Did we really count to 100? They were playing hide and go seek.
That's embarrassing.
You called out.
First of all, nobody should fucking go and remember the time we played hide and go seek.
That's what they're referencing.
Let alone do it fucking time after, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And also,
just verse after verse.
Okay, so let's say they played hide and seek. Like, what's he so confused about? What are the lies? Like, the hiding was the lie? Like,
yeah, no, you
that's
didn't
the
count.
game.
You're telling lies. You didn't count to 100. I know you didn't count to 100. There's no way. I didn't have a chance. That's what it was.
Well, then why were they letting in the sun shine?
They're playing out in the park. Outside in the park, having a good time.
And why was he so angry and then
The
that
whole
anger
thing, yeah.
melted to stone?
The whole thing fucking took on a negative tone with this prick. No one's going to remember hide and go seek that way. I'm going to tell you right now, I can't even remember who won hide and go seek.
And if this whole song is about hide and go seek, why are we calling this long distance?
Yeah. Why is it a long distance run around? Were you saying that there's no fucking outline areas to this hide and go seek game? I could get in a car and fucking head in? I'm not buying that. That's straight.
I'm be honest. If this is true, this song is about baby games.
Do you remember when we played tag?
Do you remember when we played Kissy Boy, Kissy Girl?
Red Vito, did you even play fucking street games when you were a kid?
In like the gym and in a schoolyard, but never
That's
just
bullshit,
Never
man.
just in like the street. I would never. You're not allowed to play in the streets of Manhattan.
Yes, you are.
Not in the 90s.
Yeah, the 90s is when it was all fucking coming together, man. That's when fucking hip hop turned this fucking town on its side. You never heard of Biggie Smalls?
I've heard of Biggie.
Really?
The Notorious?
Yeah, he was notorious as a motherfucker. Chris, what are you drinking over there?
I'm drinking some Soylent.
Do you finish it?
Chocolate flavor. I got a little bit left.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
You crushed that thing.
Well, it's a food substitute, Gail. Instead of eating a food, I would eat or I would drink Soylent. So I don't need meals. I'll just have Soylents.
Chris, but aren't you probably going to eat a meal after this?
100% I'm going to eat a meal after
Have that with a burger. And put a fucking scoop of ice cream in it.
Double food.
Pretty sure you're not supposed to consume it like that.
When remember when we had a burger. French fries with ketchup too.
These lyrics are way better than
I
you're
know.
coming up with.
I'm the fucking Bernie Taupin of those pricks. A danger will, Comey says there's a danger will become numb to Trump attacks. You don't fucking help, dude. You're as dumb as he is.
I don't need your cryptic poetry.
I know. You remember the time we counted to 100? Oh, I'll tell you what. You're so right. I'll buy a book from you. I wouldn't read that fucking book if it was laying open on the fucking desk. Everything about that guy is just a big gangly nerd.
Too tall.
Too tall to be forgotten. Vito, how tall are you?
6'3".
You ought to lose some weight and go fucking get in a fight with that goddamn Comey. He's 6'8".
I can take him.
No, he towers over you.
No, the reach on him alone.
My reach is longer than my height.
Dude, he fucking sticks and moves with you. Your heart will give out.
My heart's in
He's a trained FBI fighter.
Yeah, you didn't think about that.
I'm a trained Bennington show fighter.
Dude, if anything, you're down at Chelsea Fields playing fucking pickup sticks because you're not allowed to play them. Yeah, because you're not allowed to play them out on the streets because it's the 90s.
Played kickball the other day. I was pretty excited about that.
Why were you excited?
Because I was
You
just
put that size 22 fucking booty of yours into it?
impressing little kids with my reach.
You kick it into the Hudson?
Yeah.
One of these days, that pier's going to give out.
Hope not. There's a lot of children over there.
So you could be a fucking champion. You swim down there, get them all to get on your back.
That would be great. You'd be a hero for sure.
I think max amount of kids at this size right now could save at once 6, like at once.
Here's the thing: you're in the middle of the ocean. Kids are drowning.
17.
How many can you get on your back? You think how many?
6.
6 kids.
So one hand is like this, but 3 are under my arm, my left arm.
I thought you're doing all back, like
No.
you're using your big old back as a float.
Well, you know what? Actually, if I swim arm out like this and I swim forward, I got 3 at least on the arm, 3 on the back, and then I can get
First
some
of all,
on the
you're not
legs.
swimming with your arm out.
No, that's
And
gonna
the
drag
kids
you
are fucking
down.
holding on.
Keeping it together like that. You're not going to be
No,
thinking straight.
no, that'll never work, dude. You need to be paddling both arms
In the
if you want
history
these
of
kids not to
lifeguards,
die.
no one ever said, here, I'm putting my arm out. Take it.
I don't have one of those little orange things to work with. I'm just using pure body.
Well, you're saying you've got... your body is like a cruise ship came into town.
Yeah.
You could fucking probably stack 3 cars on your back.
I'm getting kids on the legs, kids on the back, kids on the arm, and then I'm using my body weight to kind of like wail.
You're crazy. You need both. You need your arms and your legs free, and you need to be stacking those kids on your big old middle.
I don't think he's going to be good at keeping the kids like under control, not freaking out. So that's going to fucking like at least he's going to lose a couple.
That's not how kids work, Chris.
Wait, man. This thing turned into kids drowning with you. That wasn't what we were talking.
We were talking about saving kids. But the stacking up, I just feel like is going to push me down, and that's my big fear. I'd rather spread and distribute the weight.
But if they're using you like a flotation device, right?
Yes.
And they're hanging on either side of you, 3 and 3. I think you're going to have a better... Don't you think if they're hanging on the edge as he kicks, their little chins up
here's what
on
I'm
your
gonna
big
put.
old back?
I'm going to put 3 on the top of his across his shoulders, then put another 3 down at his fucking belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 6
You wear
right
'em-
there.
Yeah, you're going to wear them like you're wearing some kind of a fucking fur coat. Only it'd be a fur coat of children. Is she making a girl coat? She's a great big fat person.
And then I still think I could give up one leg and one arm and just use.
You can't give up a leg
You're
or an
idiot.
arm. You're going to fucking drown those children.
Are you a strong swimmer?
Yes.
I doubt it.
I'm a very strong swimmer.
You're a fat swimmer.
He's making a child suit. Is she a great big fat bartender? That song's so fucking
It's
good.
really good.
Everything about that movie is good, but that song's the best thing in the movie.
It's the best part of the movie.
Yeah. After that, I'm like, I don't know. I hate to see this guy get killed. He's such a great dancer.
He's a good dancer, and he's got a cool style and a cool voice.
Cool house.
Great house.
Loves his dog. Loves his
Precious.
moths.
I mean, a real moth enthusiast.
Real seamstress.
This is actually a sad movie.
Yeah, I think you left the card. What? Let me check. Let me check back here next to my guns. All right, we opened this up today with a black girl going viral, putting pressure on Starbucks because he is divorcing Starbucks. And if you've ever heard Earl on our show before, you know that he tends to get very involved in black issues. And Chris Stanley mocked him.
I did.
Well,
Chris,
how
you
about this,
did?
Chris?
Yeah.
Starbucks will close 8,000 U.S. stores May 29th for racial bias training. They
You're
one
wrong.
fucking tin soldier, okay, rides away
I'm on the wrong
on
side
that
of history.
bloody morning after. Earl Douglas proves that a man and his keyboard can bring down a giant corporation. Give Earl a call very quickly, will you? You got his number, Vito? Should be under Goodbye Horses.
Krista said it to me.
Chris, why do you got all the numbers? You don't share with Vito?
I've texted Vito, here's Earl's number, save it. And he refuses to.
Is this true, Vito? You refuse?
He refuses
to
to
save
I'm not
Earl's
the racist
number?
like Chris.
You said you're a racist, Chris.
Well, that may or may not be true, but all I know is that I'm not lying today.
How can he be a racist when he bangs a Costa Rican?
Thank you. I'm in an interracial relationship, guys.
I know.
That means impossible to be racist.
Apparently it is.
Yeah.
Although Thomas Jefferson did sleep with his slaves.
True.
And then take those children and said, you're slaves too.
Look, that was just the times he was living in.
That's
if he was living,
extra mean.
If he was living today, I'm sure he would not be a racist and he wouldn't have slaves.
You can't give everybody the benefit of that if he was living today.
Yeah, that's not fair.
I mean, definitely wouldn't have slaves. We'd arrest him.
Well, I don't like attacking the dead. So,
Well, then you'll never be on Walking Dead, my friend, because that's the main fucking job.
I
Yeah.
respect
I hope
the dead.
I hope a mummy chokes the shit out of you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm not even sure whether Earl is aware of this. Earl,
Yo.
you did it, buddy. It looks like Starbucks has buckled, and on May 29th, Starbucks will close 8,000 U.S. stores for racial bias training. Congratulations, Earl.
You did it.
How mighty white of them.
Now that this is happening, right? Are you ready to drop the divorce proceedings and go back to Starbucks?
And enjoy a nice frappuccino.
The divorce is final. I've moved on.
Yeah.
I am seeking a new green tea lady, and I mean, I'm done. I really am.
They're shutting 8,000 stores so they can make your point, or they're reaching out an olive branch.
Well, it is an olive branch, but doesn't this just prove that, okay, this wasn't an isolated incident, and this wasn't just a random situation?
Well, now they're making sure it never happens again, Earl. And a lot of it has to do with your writing.
I don't know about that.
I do know about that.
The protests in Philadelphia had a little bit to do with that.
There was only 12 people there. I was watching yesterday. You reached more people with that keyboard stroke of yours than anything else.
Well, it was a well-timed rant.
Well, first of all, you won. Feel like a winner today, Earl. Feel good about yourself.
I feel like a winner. I'm just keeping money in my pocket. I always feel good about that.
Enough with the money. You need to sit down, use their bathrooms again, enjoy a nice fucking frosty summer coffee, listen to their music.
Extra whip.
What's with the blonde coffee?
Yes, Earl. It's really delicious. It's like drinking Denmark.
Flat white, perhaps.
But Earl, your way of thinking, we don't thank anyone for making a change. You know what I mean?
No, I mean I will give the CEO credit. He put himself out there.
Yes, he did.
Totally put himself.
And maybe you can meet him halfway, Earl. Would you be willing to do that?
Will you do it, Earl?
I'm sticking to the boycott for now.
Isn't it time to heal America, Earl?
Oh, it's always time to heal America, especially when we have heels running it. But
look, Earl, here's my point. I want to see the blacks get along with the light-skinned blacks, and that's at the very least. I don't want to go all the way to white.
An easy relationship.
Yeah. Who do you get along better with, Earl?
I get along with everybody, and it don't bother me.
Yeah. I saw you with a Chinese girl one night. It looked like you were doing okay for yourself. Earl loves Asian girls.
Do you? Is that your thing?
Not South Asian.
Right. Oh, no, it's just regular type Asian.
Yeah. I saw him giving a hickey to a Mongolian girl one night. Well, congratulations for this, Earl. I thought you'd be excited.
I'm stunned. I mean, don't you think that the date is very interesting because it's right after the holiday weekend?
Right. So we get a nice 3-day weekend.
It'll be actually a 4-day.
4-day weekend.
Monday's the holiday.
And now this is all starting to make sense, right, Earl?
Yeah, but you know what? I give what's his name, Kevin Johnson credit.
Yeah.
You know, he went to Philly. He flew from Seattle to Philly. Dealt with it head on.
Yeah. My only problem was he brought up Martin Luther King. I'm like, how do you not know the correct pronunciation of that?
Is the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
Oh, yeah. Well, Earl, congratulations. You've done it again. This was your kind of march on Washington. You know what I mean?
My march on green tea.
All right, my friend. Take care of yourself, all right?
Great
all
job.
Right, buddies.
You did it, pal.
Keep fighting the good fight.
You're the Jackie Robinson of coffee, number 42. We love you, number 42. Peace.
Thank you, Ronnie B.
Yeah. Man, well, I told you, when Earl holds a grudge, that's it. He holds a grudge.
You said that.
Yeah.
And you're right. He doesn't forget.
Once he locks his teeth in, forget about it. He's not going to let back off again. Vito, tell everybody about the tour I'm doing to New Jersey.
Ron Bennington's Coming Home to New Jersey tour. It's happening at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, Friday, April 27th and Saturday, April 28th. 2 shows each night, 7:45 and 9:30 p.m. To buy tickets, just go to stressfactory.com for the Coming Home tour.
Can't believe I'm getting back to NB. You know what I mean? After all this time, back in
motherland.
So weird. Going back to the playgrounds that I used to spend a lot of my Jersey time. Back then, I felt like I was born to run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At a meeting across the river, you know? Now look at me. Going back a fucking conquering hero. Back then, people didn't think I'd be able to smoke cigars. Well, you're all wrong now, aren't you, Jersey? Or as I call it, Joyzy. You know, that's the way we used to pronounce it back then.
Yeah.
Joyzy. I remember some of the guys I used to hang around with. Tony Soprano was a fucking great friend of mine. Yeah.
The fictional character?
Well, he wasn't exactly a fictional character. And the last time I saw him, he was ordering for the table. And I remember as I pulled the trigger, I yelled out, "Don't stop believing." That's how it ended. Come and see us in Austin. And if you can't make it there, Gail, you'll be doing the show here this week.
Yes, I will be here this week. And then Friday, our big 3-year Bennington anniversary show.
Guess I'm being pushed out.
No.
Starting to seem that way.
No.
None of you guys want to go to Austin this year like before?
I can't. I'm actually not allowed to fly.
I'll be there.
Oh, boy.
I'll be there with you, Ron.
Vito's. I'm going to take care of Vito here at home.
I put on all this sympathy weight.
Vito, we were thinking about just flying you in for the weekend.
I will be there if you need me, and I would love to be there with all this sympathy weight.
You have to get your seats.
Yeah, we heard your fucking joke.
I know, but I just want you.
We didn't laugh the first time. And
It's not
honestly,
like we missed the joke.
Here's the thing. I don't like self-depreciating humor.
I'm not a fan of that either.
I like to depreciate you. I like to call you fat.
Yeah, that's funny.
Fun for me.
Well, if I am in Moon Tower with you guys this weekend, it would be Friday, April 20th, for the David Cross Unmasked at the Velveeta Room. And then Saturday, April 21st at 5 p.m., Judah Friedlander, the world champ, is doing his press conference to become president, moderated by Ron Bennington.
Press conference to become president?
He's announcing he's going to be running for president, and you want to be at this press conference. There's going to be a Q&A. It's all going to be moderated by Ron Bennington, and it's going to be at the Velveeta Room Saturday, April 21st at 5 p.m. Go to the iBang for tickets. You don't want to miss this.
All right, guys. It's our time to say goodbye, horses. Gail, have a great week.
Thanks so much. You too.
And I'm so excited that you're not coming. This is really exciting. The reason that you're not coming down
That's
this
true.
show. All right. That's it for us. Promise to see you again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!